Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to CWE. We took a little short break, but we are back in full action, and we're starting off big. We left off with a 8 tag team tournament to determine our first ever CWE tag team champion. And for our third tag team round qualifier, we have the recently made team of Vince Morgan and Ric Anderson, the current Cruiserweight champion, against the Olsens. This should be interesting because the Olsens have both fought Ric Anderson, the Cruiserweight champion, for the Cruiserweight titles back on episode 7. We saw Shawn take on Ric, and then episode 8 we saw Luke take on Ric. So this is going to be interesting. And now a nice dragon screw there by Shawn Olsen. The Olsen brothers, very talented duo. I'm glad to see they're finally getting more airtime here in CWE. And this is going to be an interesting team too with Vince Morgan. Vince Morgan has been a little bit of a beast. Although he hasn't been on recent episodes of CWE, he was victorious against Claude Lindsay at Coliseum, our first pay-per-view. Actually put Claude Lindsay out of action. And now our Cruiserweight champion, Ric Anderson, and a big forearm by Ric Anderson to Shawn Olsen. Shawn Olsen and Ric Anderson have the most bad-blooded between the four competitors here in this match. Ric Anderson actually assaulted Shawn Olsen in his triple threat qualifier match to be added to the first ever Cruiserweight Championship match. Ric Anderson took Shawn's spot and, well, eventually became champion. And, I mean, that's got us all caught up to today. I will also mention that whoever wins this tag match will be facing England's finest, which is the team of Ernest McGuinness and Mac. And now some tag team action by the outcast tag team, the odd pair, if you will, of Vince Morgan and Ric Anderson. But Shawn Olsen has been holding pretty strong for his team there. Vince catching the leg, using that strength. Vince Morgan is a powerful heavyweight. I believe the man is 240 or 244. He's definitely on the heavier side of competitors here. We definitely have more, you could say, cruiserweight. And now single leg Boston Crab, but it was no problem for Shawn Olsen to get out of there. And now going for the cover, but not even a 1 count. I think the ref was a little bit too slow there. But now Shawn tossing Vince into a corner. But Vince was a little bit ahead of him. Big boot though. And a huge German suplex from Shawn Olsen. And now Vince STO. And now Shawn is going to roll out, take some time to breathe. And that's probably a smart idea, but Vince now getting Shawn back into the corner. And then I must say, Vince Morgan and Ric Anderson, for being a tag team that's just recently paired up, this is their first time pairing together. They're doing really well against two brothers. But nice trick, possum psych out there by Shawn Olsen. Goes for a super kick, Luke does. And now Ric Anderson picks him up for a tombstone pile driver. Of course, as mentioned, this is part of a 8 tag team tournament to determine who is going to be our first ever tag team champions. And this could be huge for Ric Anderson. Not only is he the first ever Cruiserweight champion, but what if this odd pairing somehow makes it to the finals and capture the first ever tag team championship? And there's that huge backbreaker that Vince Morgan likes to go for. And now, usually when he does that, he sets it up for the draw, that running knee lift. And he hits it! Is this the end? Wait, but he's going to make sure to take care of Shawn. Misses that punch, but second time got it. I think he just got a little bit overexcited there. But Luke kicked out. I think Vince took too much time there. And now Luke throwing Vince into his own corner, but Anderson tags himself in. And now here comes a fury of punches. And now a huge chop, but Luke doesn't go down. And now here comes the knee strike barrage. Picks him back up. Ric Anderson does. Irish whipped into the corner by Luke. Knee dropped, shoved away. Very fast pace here. And beautiful reversal into the Itsuguri. This could be it. Anderson, bachelor party. Vince, hip toss to Sean. 1, 2, 3. The odd pairing will advance on to the next round.